Thank you very much. Hello everyone. Are we good to go, Sandra? Thank you. Okay, so I want to talk to you today about something that I see, unfortunately, a lot of, and that is stress and anxiety. Otherwise known as life, I think, because it gets to all of us. I want to tell you today about the whole spectrum of it, because stress and anxiety is actually a psychophysiological thing. It affects our mind and our body, and we need to understand how that all goes together if we're going to do something about it. Anxiety and stress is really the body deciding to turn on its fight or flight response. So you don't want to be there, and with whatever is threatening you, you want to fight it or you want to run away from it really quickly. We've got a problem though, because you can't go around just hitting people or running off down the street when you need to. So we need to know what's going on. Our brain is producing two really powerful chemicals when we get stressed and anxious, and they are adrenaline, which you've probably heard of, and a thing called cortisol. And these are incredibly powerful. They make things like heroin and cocaine look like aspirin, seriously. The first thing that happens when these chemicals are released into the body, and I want you to sort of pay attention and see how many of these symptoms you can tick off. Hopefully not too many, but the more you get, the more we probably need to talk afterwards. But the first thing that happens is that all the blood gets redirected from our organs out to our muscles, because if we're going to be fighting or running, it's our muscles that need the blood. And that's where the term butterflies in the tummy comes from. It's all the blood going out to your muscles. It's also why you get that sort of vague sick or queasy feeling from time to time, and also why you probably tend to go to the toilet a bit more. We don't want anything inside of us. With all of the blood out in our muscles, we probably look a little bit flushed in the face often, a little bit red. We often feel a little warm, maybe even hot. We also perspire more. It's a different sort of perspiration than you would get working in the garden, say. It's actually greasy sweat. So all of the oil glands in your skin turn on to make you slippery. So if something's trying to grab hold of you, like a tiger in the old days, you've got a better chance of slipping away. What that means is very often we notice that we sleep on yellow pillowcases because it's all the oil coming off us all the time. And if you're a woman, you probably give up on makeup because you notice you've got 27 different complexions in one day as well. Often our heart beats faster and stronger to the point where we might notice it beating. We tend to breathe a little bit more deeply and a little bit more rapidly. We're loading oxygen. Our muscles tense up in anticipation of fighting or running. And if we're going to be doing either of those things, our arms raise naturally. So you'll probably get a lot of pain in the neck and shoulder area, and you start getting headaches as well, because it's all about pre-tensioning. And the last thing that happens, all this kind of all happens at the same time, is we'll withdraw from things, okay? We just want to get out of there. Our mood deteriorates. There's a really profound effect on us as well. Now, that kind of begs the question of what can we do about all of this? The single best thing you can do is actually what your brain is trying to get you to do, which is fight or run. Unfortunately, we can't do either of those, as I said, but we do have something called exercise. And you've heard me talk ad nauseum about that. Exercise is really good if it's done in a particular way, because it's a good substitute for fighting or running. We need to do it for what's called a long, slow burn though. So it needs to be for a longer period at a lower intensity. Our brain, unfortunately, for all its glory, is pretty dumb, and its response to any sort of stress at all, psychological or physical, is just more adrenaline and cortisol. So if you go and absolutely flog yourself at the gym, that's okay, you're staying fit, but it's not helping with stress and anxiety management that much. So we need to do it at a lower level for a longer period of time. The other huge advantage of exercise is that it produces things called endorphins, which I think a lot of people have heard of, but not many people realise, and you can use this at your next quiz now, is that it's short for something. It's short for endogenous, which just means we make it ourselves, morphine. So when you're exercising, you are literally pumping out morphine. That is the world's best feel-good thing. So honestly, if you do nothing else to manage your stress and anxiety, go for a long walk and enjoy that dose of morphine that you get. We need to take into account a few other things, because this is all being, even though it's a mind and body thing, it's being driven by your mind. It's being driven by how you think. And quite often you'll find that you get that internal critic going. So we need to be careful about the sorts of messages that we're sending to ourselves. Has anyone here ever ridden motorcycles? Or even a push bike? Yeah? Have you ever heard of something called target fixation? So if you see a rock on the side of the road and you look at the rock, you'll hit the rock, won't you? So whatever you look at, you'll hit. The same thing applies to how you think. Whatever you think, you will go towards. If you start being negative and critical, that just becomes more and more prominent. So you need to redirect your thoughts away from that. And there's actually a resource that I'll put on our website that you can go and download, and it'll give you a little technique that you can use to do that. You also need to learn how to relax in terms of calming your mind. Now, I think Kirsty mentioned that she has some things available for you there as well. We'll also have a couple of relaxation training programs that you can use to calm your mind up on the website as well. Music is another absolutely fantastic thing that you can use. Music, even though we don't think about it this way, really only has one function. Music only does one thing. It creates emotion. So if you use it wisely, you can use music to lift your emotions. So go and make up some playlists of your favourite sing-along songs that you find uplifting. So don't sing country and western about your dog dying and someone stealing your truck. And if you need to, jump in the car, go back to the dong or whatever, put the music on, and it will lift you really substantially and really quickly. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that brief overview of the psychophysiology of anxiety and stress. If you notice that you've been going through any of those symptoms, any of those facets, please take a moment to just start looking after yourself, do some of the things that I mentioned, and everything I'm telling you today we will put up on the website. You can download it all, along with the relaxation training and a few other hints and tips. And I'll be available wandering around. If you want to come and ask me some questions, very happy to talk to you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.